welcome back to the Auto Obsessive Garage. Chadwick with you again, joined by my good friend Frank.
Hello!
Of APA podcast fame. Can we say fame?
That's right. Infamy, I think, is probably more reasonable.
Low-level infamy.
Yes, yes. With the wind through our hair.
Yes. So today, if you couldn't tell, we are it's convertible week, obviously.
Convertible week.
We're in a 2006 Honda S2000.
Yes, we are. It actually belongs to my mother.
My mom.
And I've kind of had a conspiracy going to steal it. She never drives it anymore. It sits. She keeps it in the driveway with a car cover over it, and she's driven it maybe 100 miles in the past 6 or 7 years, which is a damn shame. So
yeah. So odometer showing 69,000.
Yeah, buddy.
Emphasis on 69.
Quit talking about my mom like that.
I can't help it, man. No, these things are fantastic. So this is for you Honda junkies and S2000 junkies. This is an AP2.
Deuces.
So we drop 1,000 off the red line, but we get a way more stable overall car.
We do.
Right?
We do.
We have a 2.2 liter instead of a 2 liter.
Yeah,
so that's different. A little torquey down low.
A little bit more punch.
But these overall, I think they tend to grab a little more value than the AP ones, which is because of the reliability. I remember I think they got rid of some of the oversteer stuff.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Some suspension tweaks?
Yeah, there were some suspension tweaks, and I believe, I don't remember if it's starting in this year or maybe 04 or 05, they added electronic stability control, which you did not get on the earlier cars.
That's
again,
right.
to help keep you out of the ditches.
It's a good place to stay out of.
Correct.
But these,
wheels on.
But these are great. So that 2.2 liter is making what? 233 horsepower.
I thought it was 240.
240? That probably makes sense.
But who knows? This was the era. This is an 06, so this is the era of
SAE.
ever-shifting SAE requirements and ratings and stuff. But effectively unchanged. Just lower the red line, bump up the peak torque a little bit. But still revvy. Still likes to be wrung out.
Super revvy. You need to really rev it out to hit the VTEC, yo. The VTEC gets in a little over 6 by the feel of it. We can confirm that by doing some research. But what's the torque on this car, though?
Oof. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I want to say 170, 180.
I don't think it's that much. I wanted to say it's like 158.
Okay, that sounds
somewhere
like
around there. 158, 162, something like that. But yeah, since I've stolen it, I've just been trying to drive it. So I put tires on it. We've got fresh PS4S's on it.
Yes, sir.
We did all the fluids. It's got new spark plugs. The water pump's starting to weep a little bit from sitting, so that's been addressed. PCV valve was stuck again from sitting, so that's been addressed.
Nice.
Little bit of stuff that just happens when you don't drive a car for over half a decade. So,
happens.
It is in business now. It is happy, and I think we're going to keep driving it a little bit today.
I think it's very fun to drive, and it should be driven.
Yes.
The S2000 is interesting, right? Like, because at the time Acura was phasing out the NSX.
Correct.
Honda needed a sports car. Convertibles were hot. The Miata was still doing well in the market.
I mean, effectively, this was the first real convertible sports car offering by Honda here
in the States,
in stateside.
Well, I think the S2000 has aged gracefully. It looks really good today.
Yeah, pretty timeless, really.
Really timeless design. Super simple. They didn't overdo it, which is a big thing, especially, I don't know, mid-2000s was iffy. Things were just, random blob shapes, or they were too overstyled where it didn't age well.
Like if you look at this compared to like a Solstice, which I think Solstices are okay, they're cool, but certainly not what I would call timeless. Certainly not what I would call as handsome as the S2000. Same with like the NC Miata.
Same. Yeah, the Age of Blue.
Miata. Yep. So it was kind of a car that I think really from day one was like, oh, that's a sharp looking car, and it always will be a sharp looking car. Like some cars are just like that.
Let's speak of the market real quick for these things. They are enjoying a healthy market upswing in the past probably 5 years. They've kind of been trending up for a little bit.
Yep.
Especially clean examples, especially AP2s. To get in the door now for an S2000, I think you're 15 to 20 for a well-worn,
high-mile, questionably modified example. Yeah,
correct.
This car is
door, right?
This car is exactly. That's you're gonna have some work to do there. This car is bone stock. It's Laguna Blue Pearl is the color, which is a very desirable color.
Absolutely.
Rightfully so. I absolutely love this color. It's my favorite color in the S2000. react.
Yeah, I think
We want your opinion in the comments.
They are. I mean, it's in a color is what you want, right? Not white, black, or silver.
Correct. Yeah, I do. I mean, they're sharp in those colors, but I like this car in the more high impact colors personally. Yeah, but if in the market, a desirable color, well under 100,000 miles, one owner, bone stock, those are the ones that are going to pull the money.
Yeah, like we're talking mid 30s to 40 for one like this.
Probably accurate. That's
probably where you're getting.
Yeah, probably the floor would be 35. This car does have some, rock chips and stuff because it's just been it was my mom's daily driver for quite some time. So, it's not perfect, but it is an excellent driver. It's got all those other things. So probably 35 on the low end, probably 40 on the high end. And if you're talking later cars, you had the CR.
Oh boy, yeah, cars. That's out of this world right now.
Yeah, you're talking 50 plus easy.
I want to say one of those sold for 100K plus.
I think one did. Yeah, I think one saw one like 110, which is insanity.
Well, I'm going to whip around here so we can do some objective tests. I'm kind of curious to see if this old girl can still do some acceleration
stuff. Do it.
All right. Well, folks, on to the objective tests.
Yeah, buddy.
We've got the S2000 up on the scales. Let's go ahead and get that curb weight and front and rear balance. Our 2006 Honda S2000 weighed in at just over 2,800 pounds, which I actually think is quite high for a small two-door convertible. But that's what these fine machines weigh. You can barely tell all that weight's there when you're driving it. With a nearly 49 to 51% front-rear weight balance, the S2000 is an extremely well-balanced sports car. It kind of goes without saying, but you can definitely feel this weight balance when you're driving the car. A little better. Straight as she'll ever be.
Yep. Definitely more aggressive.
Let's get this right out of the way. Yes, the steering assist is electronic. No, it doesn't offer the same level of feedback as a hydraulic rack, but it's still damn good. Especially for an early application of electric steering assist. Don't despair. The chassis makes up for this and allows you to still push the car, albeit guided by different sensations. You can feel the suspension settle through a corner and input throttle appropriately. The S2000 is for sure a certified dancer in the canyons. Without the more pronounced, but still controllable driver talent, snap oversteer of its predecessor, the AP2 can still be pushed and turn out some pretty amazing handling feats. The car feels much lighter than its 2,800 pound curb weight, and keeping the revs high, preferably in the VTEC range, allows for brisk acceleration post-apex. The S2000, in its stock form with sticky tires, is sublime on a canyon road. It certainly doesn't hurt the overall exterior's image being painted in this lovely Laguna Blue Pearl. Honda nailed the Roadster look with a long hood and low shoulder line. They also managed to bake in some aggression to avoid going Miata cutesy. No smiles here, just a big aggressive air dam in the front. The headlights and taillights are also very attractive and unique, not looking like any others from the Honda catalog. The aggressive design pairs brilliantly with the peaky high output screamer of an engine and a near, timeless overall exterior. Convertible interiors should be Spartan. Pure sports car interiors should also be Spartan.
What does the S2000 deliver? Well, a truly Spartan interior, focused on driving and little else. Even the radio hides away to mask a potential distraction to the track star behind the wheel. Materials feel top-notch here, and the seats grip fantastically. The real party piece in this interior is the key and push-button start combo. Plus, this super cool digital gauge cluster. Oh yeah. These features really make the interior feel special. The S2000 interior absolutely nails the convertible sports car target design. Powering the 2006 Honda S2000 is a 2.2-liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder engine, pumping out, in high revving fashion, 233 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. This is still a seriously high horsepower per liter output naturally aspirated engine by even today's standards. The F22 C1 gained 0.2 liters of displacement over the F20C power plant found in the AP1 S2000, but actually resulted in a very slight loss of horsepower. Don't worry, there was a gain in the torque department. The red line also was reduced from the AP1's lofty 8,800 RPM limit to 8,000 in the AP2. This paired with the 2.2 liters engine torque curve being shifted lower down to provide more accessible thrust and a less peaky nature. This subtle yet impactful change allowed the AP2 to feel quicker under most driving situations. I've said it before, but Honda builds a mighty fine manual gearbox. The S2000 eagerly displays this with a crisp 6-speed offering that provides drool-inducing, positive-feeling gear throws. The shifter location is right where you want it, a hand's quick drop from the wheel. Pedal placement easily accommodates heel-toe driving, and the gearbox will never complain as you throw it into the next gear at the 8,000 RPM red line. Was the S2000 Honda's greatest sports car? In what I consider the modern era, that's the 80s to today, Honda certainly churned out some amazing vehicles with strong sporting aspirations. Anything with a Type R decal was pretty special and performed expertly. But nearly all of these were front-wheel drive, which I begrudgingly admit is against the stale interpretation of what a true sports car is. I dig a well-sorted front-wheel drive car personally, but as you guys know, I'm an oddball. So what else is there in the Honda lineup? The NSX comes to our collective minds, but it was never really a sports car. In both its original form and for sure its newest rendition, the NSX has always played in the deep end of the pool with its contemporary supercar friends. Not to mention costing nearly double what an S2000 cost new. So where does that leave us? A default victory for the S2000 as it was Honda's only true sports car for this era? Well, kinda. But look at its merits. We have a beautifully designed convertible, lighter weight chassis, handling prowess, a tax-shattering rev-happy engine, and the list goes on and on. I suppose if you're only going to build one sports car, you best knock it out of the damn park. We are all lucky as Honda did just that with the S2000.